Hey there friendos, welcome back to my channel. This of course is another episode of Funny Cat Videos, The Epic Years. Before we get into this video, I should probably take a bit of time to explain why I made it. Back in March, I got to see a stage production of Cats for the first time, and not gonna lie, it was pretty freaking great. I had just gotten back from Hawaii and I was super sleep deprived, and Cats isn't really a musical you should be watching sleep deprived, but nevertheless, I had a great time and it was a great show. As is customary with some stage productions, they also had a merch stand for people who really wanted to get their hands on some Cats merch. Now you might be wondering, who would ever stoop so low as to buy overpriced Cats merch? In my long history of impulse purchases, and trust me, I'm the guy who bought a Naruto headband to get free shipping, this might have been one of the worst. In a split-second decision, I decided to buy myself a Cats beanie. Guess how much it was? Go on, guess. $25 freaking dollars! $25 freaking dollars! You know how many yerba mates I could have bought for $25? You know how many reusable bags I could have bought for $25? You know how many items from the dollar store I could have bought for $25? Yeah, 25. I said 25! But as they say, there's no use crying over spilled milk, so the best I can do is wear this Cats beanie and make a video about cats. Oh man. Honestly, I'm not super sure how to wear this beanie. It has the Cats logo on one side, but it also has like the cat eyes on the other side, so... Meow. If I can keep this on for the whole video, I'm gonna be so amazed with myself. I'm literally like closing my eyes right now, so I don't even know if I'm facing the camera. Okay. So, let's start off with talking about the title itself, Cats. So in some of his other musicals, Andrew Lloyd Webber uses well-known characters like Jesus or Joseph or Evita, but in Cats, he just uses cats. No cap whatsoever. And while you might think it's weird to build an entire musical off of cats, just think of how many movies in the past have been made with non-human characters. Barnyard, Shark Tale, pretty much any Pixar movie. As far as movies go, Cats is pretty par for the course. So, it is a musical, so we should talk about the music itself. Thematically, it's pretty diverse, pretty standard for Andrew Lloyd Webber. Like, if you look at Joseph and the Amazing Dream thing, pretty much every song in that musical is a different genre. And it's kind of the same for Cats too. Because they're telling stories for multiple individual cats, you got a lot of styles you gotta deal with. And while you might not like the musical Cats on the principle of it being the musical Cats, you can't deny that Andrew Lloyd Webber is a musical genius. He's taking all these different styles and just blending it into a singular narrative. Absolutely brilliant. And then of course we gotta talk about the choreo too, right? Like, you dress up as a cat, you do all this stuff to look like a cat, and then you just like sing and dance for 2 hours. Wow! And it kind of contributes to the whole idea of musical theater being like a universal language. You don't need to understand the lyrics or even the language to understand the musical. You can just appreciate the song and dance. If you're a dance person, which I definitely am not, you should definitely check out the choreo for Cats. Pretty smackin'. Now that we've talked about the different musical styles and the choreo that goes along with it, let's take a look at some of the lyrics, yeah? This is gonna be kinda hard because, as previously mentioned, I can't see a thing. What I'm gonna do is read some of what I think are the deepest lines in this musical. Very profound. Very thought-provoking. This is the intro for the song The Moments of Happiness, and it's performed by Old Deuteronomy, who's kinda like the old, wise leader cat of the Jellicle Cats. The moments of happiness. We had the experience, but missed the meaning. An approach to the meaning restores the experience. In a different form, beyond any meaning we can assign to happiness. The past experience revived in the meaning is not the experience of one life only, but of many generations, not forgetting something that is probably quite ineffable. Bruh. So deep. This trend of happiness and reminiscence or whatever is kind of continued by Grizabella. She's the one who sings the song Memory, which is the one song from Cat that everyone knows. I remember the time I knew what happiness was. Hashtag relatable. Alright, we got a couple more of these. Let's keep getting into the deep, profound wisdom of cats. For he will do as he do, and there's no doing anything about, oh wowed it. Come on, tell me that didn't spark some like frickin' Greek philosopher wisdom in you. Right? Alright, last one. This one is also from Old Deuteronomy, so you can bet your tail it's gonna be good. So first your memory'll jog, and say a cat is not a dog. Bruh! Big brain wisdom right there. Enough about the lyrics though. Let's start talking about the themes. One of the biggest questions about cats is probably the first question everyone asks when they first hear about it. Why? What's the underlying message about cats? Is it some deeply veiled message about humanity? Is it just about people dressed as cats romping around on a stage? It might be helpful to look at some of the characters and concepts to gain a better understanding of this question. Let's start off with the Heaviside layer. So the cats never really fully explain what the Heaviside layer is. It's just implied that if you go there, you get reborn as a new cat, I guess? Maybe it's supposed to play into the whole cats having 9 lives thing, but the whole concept of like reincarnation and multiple lives and ascension to higher cat beings never really gets 100% explained, but nothing in this musical ever gets 100% explained. I mentioned the character Old Deuteronomy earlier, and it's kind of implied that he's ascended to the Heaviside layer before, because they mention how he's lived many lives. But other than that, how he became the de facto leader of the Jellicle Cats is still kind of shrouded in mystery. I mean, I guess the easiest conclusion to draw is that he's the leader by virtue of being old, but kind of a weird way to run a society. I mean, I'm assuming he's a pretty wise guy if he's leading all these cats, but I don't know. Age doesn't always equal wisdom. And then we have Macavity. He's kind of like the villain cat, the troublemaker cat, kind of just like raises heck and leaves. And his deal never really gets explained. Like, he shows up and he catnaps Old Deuteronomy and just like vamooses, and no one really ever explains why he hates Old Deuteronomy so much, and none of the cats explain why they hate Macavity, even though they do like an entire Chicago-esque number about like why he's such a bad cat. I don't know, man. And then you have Grizabella, who's like this old raggedy cat that everyone hates. Like, I'm pretty sure they hate her even more than Macavity, which is weird because like she's not that different age/appearance wise from Old Deuteronomy, and he's practically like God among men, God among cats. So why does everyone hate her? Is she like a former Jellicle cat, or like a Jellicle cat who like fell into disgrace? Again, never explained. Speaking of Jellicle cats, that's one of the things that always confused me about this musical. Like, they literally, not figuratively literally, they literally have a song about what it means to be a Jellicle cat, and I still have no freaking clue what a Jellicle cat is. Like, what distinguishes Jellicle cats from regular cats? Is there like an exam you have to pass? Imagine being a cat just like minding your own business and getting turned away by the Jellicle cats. Hey. Oh, hey. I'm actually here to join the Jellicle cats. Oh yeah, sure. Do you have your Jellicle license on you? Sorry, Jellicle license? Yeah, you know, after you pass the Jellicle exam, you get your Jellicle license, and then you become a Jellicle cat. You did know that, right? Wait, there's an exam you have to take to be a Jellicle cat? Dude, I'm sorry, but if you don't have your Jellicle license, then you can't be a Jellicle cat. Aw, man. Aw, cat? So with all that in mind, what is the deep central message of cats? God only knows. Nevertheless, despite all the debates over cats, there's at least one thing people can agree on. People love to hate it. I mean, just think of all the things that people bond over because they hate them so much. YouTube Rewind, the original design for the Sonic movie, TikTok, Riverdale. Am I the only one who hates Riverdale? I freaking hate Riverdale. Frick Riverdale. And with the new Cats movie dropping pretty soon, people are gonna have a lot to hate. Also, if anyone wants to see the Cats movie with me, let me know so we can buy our tickets together. I'm very curious to see how this movie does. Like, movies based on musicals have a pretty interesting past, and there's really only like 3 areas of the spectrum to fall on. Like, you have Les Mis, which is you got Into the Woods, which was fairly passable, and then you have Hairspray, which is smacking. I freaking love Hairspray. So I guess when the movie comes out, we'll see where it lands. Presumably on its feet. Because, you know, cats. This video has gone on for far too long, so I think I'm gonna cut it off here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your cat, and I'll see you in the next video. Meow!